What's up, guys? Gonzalez back with another video. In this video, we're going to be doing Year 3, Week 12 weekly overview. It's going to be all kinds of awesome because we got a bunch of cool things this week. Let's go ahead and look at the artifacts for this week. This week we've got Memory of Yolder, remove sprint cooldown penalty. I don't really use this one that much, whether I'm playing PvE or PvP. I have two other ones that I like to use the most out of all of the artifacts. So I don't really use this one much, but if you don't have it, it's good to just have in there just in case something does come up where, it'd be nice to just not have to worry about, your sprint cooldown. Memory of s.a.b.e.r in the crucible, resistance to damage over time attacks is greatly increased. This is great if, if you're playing with a bunch of people with thorns, just throwing it on there, it helps out a lot. You won't die as fast. If somebody hits you with a throwing knife or, Warlock hits you with his melee, solar melee, then, you're going to be okay. Most likely, depending on how low your health is before that. And then lastly, Memory of Skory. When your super is full, nearby enemies supers recharge faster. I use this one a lot, especially in PvE. Got it on right now. But the one I used when I'm playing PvP is Memory of Perun, or Perun, whichever one you call it. Enemy guardians with full supers and all enemies with low health are highlighted. So those are the two that I use most. So definitely Skory this week is a must-buy. Right here, but these two are kind of it doesn't really matter that much. This one probably second, and then this one third. So if you've got three little iron sigil thingies, then just put them in there. And for those of you maybe low on iron sigils, want to know how to get some more, I'll put a video up at the end in one of the little squares in the corners, so you can look it up if you need to know how to get them. But other than that, we'll move back up and look at the Nightfall and everything else. Alright guys, we're back. Now real quick, I want to show you something cool. I just finished this. I just finished the this quest right here. Well, I didn't finish it on this character. I finished it on my hunter. But once you finish it once, it unlocks it for all your characters. So I did the mountaintop thing of the Shaxx bounty quest. And I've got all three of Shaxx bounties on. I've got all of the bounties on each character. So I've got these little things. Its ability kills this week is the main one at the bottom. I'm going to try to get these done for you guys so I can show you the sweet loot. And what I'll probably do is I'll show you the highlights from me trying to get these finished out, like, highlights, kills. If there's a good, a good match, then I'll probably show you the match and things like that. So we might do that later on in the week. But if we move over here to the Nightfall this week, it is s.a.b.e.r this week. Fallen s.a.b.e.r down there on the earth. And that, of course, is always kind of a tough one, just because, the first part with the war set, there's so many enemies. But luckily this week there's no burn. Because usually the burn is what the people's elemental damage is at the war sat. So this week you don't really have to worry about that. So regardless of the, whether it's fallen or whether it's taken, you're not going to have to, I guess, worry about the damage that they put on you as much. You still need to try to be safe. Of course, bubble titans, storm callers are going to be great. Tethers are good. Things like that. You've got Epic, which is there every week. Fresh troops, which means there's more troops. Not necessarily, they don't have more shields, there's just more troops. Match game, which is where you have to match your elemental weapon with the element that's a shield on an enemy for you to take it down, I guess, normally. So, with that being said, if the first part at the war sat is fallen, they're most likely going to be solar and arc shields. If they're taken, it's most likely going to be void or solar. You don't see a lot of arc taken, unless it's a hive knight, which you might see one of those, but it just depends. Everything changes usually with the Nightfall. Usually things switch around their elements to match burns, but there's no burn this week, so I can't be absolutely sure. So just pay attention to it when you get down there. We've got Airborne and Catapult, which those both help us. Airborne means you do more damage when you're in the air. So when you're fighting the boss and you shoot your galley, jump up in the air. If you throw a grenade, jump in the air when it blows up. Catapult, throw more grenades more often. So, if you've got your Radiance on and you've got solar, dude, this is the best. If you got Radiance on, you got Sunbreakers on, and you got your solar grenades on, you're going to be going to town on the boss, man. It's going to be so cool. It's going to be a lot of fun. It'd be like a light show. So we're going to definitely hit that up later on. And then if you move down here to the Sieve of Crisis Heroic, this week it is Heroic, Solar Burn, Small Arms, and Ironclad. So I'm going to be whipping out the Galahorn for that to take part of the Solar Burn. Now for my primary, since it's small arms, I'm probably going to go Hung Jury just because it's my favorite. Haven't really found nothing yet as far as like a primary for me, a legendary at least, that can replace my Hung Jury. I love the Hung Jury. If you got any suggestions of a gun that will surpass this gun, I'd love to hear about it because I can't find one. I haven't found one yet. And for those of you who weren't part of year 2 and didn't get this, I'm so sorry. This is the best weapon ever. It's so good. We'll keep moving down. The daily crucible, if you want to play that, Supremacy. It's a lot of fun. Get out there and get your marks. Mayhem Clash is the weekly crucible. Now this is an awesome weekly crucible. I love Mayhem anything for the weekly. It's just so fun. It's unpredictable. It's chaos, and it's a joy. It's a joy to play. Here, real quick, if you're still doing this, it is melee kill bonus for Challenge of Elders. If you're still doing King's Fall, it is Golgoroth Challenge this week. And then finally, and definitely not last but not leastly, if that's a word, it is the Axis Challenge. And that's where we're in this video. This week is Axis Challenge. I know a lot of people have had a lot of trouble with this challenge. I even had trouble with it trying, not necessarily me doing it, but getting enough people together that could do it. Oh man, it was insane. So if you're having a hard time getting a group together, or maybe just doing it with the mechanics, I'm going to have a video up at the end telling you 2 ways that you can make Axis Part 2 easier on yourself. Not necessarily just the challenge, but just in general. And then I'll also put up my tutorial or overview of how to do the challenge. So at the end of this video, we'll have those 2 videos, how to get the Iron Lord sigil, I think, the little green thing for the token, or for the artifacts if you don't know how to get those. And then also we'll have a video up about how to create a fire team and find people, or find fire teams to join for any activity. So if you're having problems out there getting groups together or finding a group to play with, hopefully this will help you. So those will be all around, the screen right now probably. Since we're getting close to the end. But I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Make sure you leave a like, comment, and make sure you subscribe if you're not subscribed, guys. We have Destiny stuff coming out each week, and now we're adding in the Shaxx bounty, so I think we're going to get some awesome loot from that, I hope. But that's it, guys. I'll see you in the next one.